Coming to the podium will be Michael Leepper, Lieutenant, East District, Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department.
So when I was asked to do this speech, they told me that I had to do it in 3 minutes. Anybody that's ever spent 1 minute with me knows that brevity is probably not one of my strong suits. I find it fitting, though, that any former recruit in here will understand what the significance of a 3-minute speech is, especially at 7 o'clock in the morning with a bunch of instructors bearing down on you. So I think Bree probably had something to do with this. This was her hand dealt back to me. So, hey, kiddo, here's my 3-minute speech to you. I'm Mike Leepper, and I have the honor of serving as a lieutenant over East District Middle Shift, Bree's shift. First, let me thank the Leath family for the incredible privilege of speaking on behalf of not only myself, but East District Middle Shift. To Bree, our shift was a home away from home. It was her second family. The bond developed on East District Middle Shift goes much farther than coworkers. These are friends, and they love one another. Long before I had the pleasure of meeting Bree in person, I knew who she was. Like many other officers here today, Bree's mother was our control operator on East District Late Shift for many years. She was the voice behind the radio. She was the mother who watched over all of us. She did everything in her power to keep us safe each night. So when I had the joyous opportunity of meeting Bree for the first time as one of her academy instructors, I felt a bond with her instantly. Bree's memories of meeting me the first time may not have been as joyous, but hey, I knew when I had Jenny Lee's kid as one of my recruits that I had a good one, and I was right. From the beginning, Bree was a shining star. It was hard to find her without a smile on her face, even as a recruit. There's a special bond that's developed between academy instructors and recruits that lasts much longer than their time in the academy. And our connection only grew when I was reassigned to East District Middle Shift, knowing that I was going to be her shift lieutenant. I want to take a moment with you and share a story from Deputy Chief Craig McCart from his time as the East District Commander. I think it demonstrates Bree's character, and it demonstrates what we expect in all of our officers, both young and old. In February of 2019, Bree was dispatched to a fraud report of a 79-year-old man who had been taken advantage of by a family member while he was recovering from an illness. This man gave his family member access to his bank account so that she could pay his bills and look after him. Instead, the family member drained the account and left the man with nothing. While Officer Leath was conducting her investigation, she went above and beyond what is expected of her. Bree took the time to explain online bill pay and other resources to help the man regain some of his independence and dignity. Bree, knowing that the man didn't have any money, asked him what his favorite restaurant was, drove to it, and bought him dinner. Bree was a probationary officer, relatively new to the shift, but the compassion and empathy that she displayed was an example to all of East District and IMPD. As an officer, we enforce the law. Our officers encounter the evil of society on a daily basis. That day, Bree did her duty. She showed compassion, humanity, and love. I challenge each of us to pay respects to Bree's sacrifice by channeling that spirit. You know, as I looked around today, I'm in awe at the honor that we offer Bree. But why do we do it? Why does a nation weep when we lose an officer in the line of duty? We honor these officers not for what they do alone, but more importantly, for what they're willing to do. Last Thursday, Bree got ready for work like any other day. She put her uniform on, she prepared herself for her tour of duty, and she kissed her beautiful boy goodbye. She didn't know that she wasn't going to come home that night, but like many other officers wearing her uniform, she accepted that risk willingly. She wrote a blank check to this community, to the people that she didn't even know. She sacrificed her own life so that others may live. And that's what makes Bree special. That's what makes police officers special. This is why we do everything necessary to honor their sacrifice and to show our profound respect. To the officers of East District Middle Shift, stand strong with your heads held high. Honor your fallen sister's sacrifice by living each day to its fullest. Always look out for each other. Mimic her dedication to her fellow human being with love and compassion for the community that you serve every single day. Have the strength and courage to do your duty and the compassion and sensitivity in all your relationships. Let her beautiful smile be a guiding light in the darkest of times, and never let her sacrifice be forgotten. To the family of Officer Brianne Leath, take great pride in the beautiful young lady that you shared with this world. Because of you, she was dedicated to a life of service to others, and I can think of no greater calling than that. Please know that while her life was stolen from her far too soon, she will leave a legacy and impact that will last indefinitely. Bree's memory will live on. I promise you we will make sure of that. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and East District Middle Shift will always be your family. Her service and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Thank you.